Hello, finance experts. My name is Glorioso. For my mutual fund project, I did a total of 13 companies ranging from the Morningstar categories of World Small Mid Stock, World Large Stock, and also Foreign Large Growth. For these companies, I compared 5 different ratios and percentages. I pulled these companies and ratios and percentages from fidelity.com. The 5 ratios and percentages I am comparing of the companies I have taken the information from is the expense ratio, the load fee, the turnover rate, the year-to-date daily return percentage, and the year-to-date average annual return from 3 years ago to see how the fund has grown. Here in the Oppenheimer Global Opportunities Fund class, it has a 1.17% expense ratio along with a 5.75% load fee. The turnover here is 18%, and the daily return percentage is almost negative 10%. 3 years ago, it was 19%, so it has dropped very greatly over the past 3 years. The Morgan Stanley Institutional Fund has a higher expense ratio of 1.32, but a lower load fee percent than Oppenheimer Global Opportunities. The turnover rate is slightly higher, and also it has a negative daily return. Once again, 3 years ago, the average annual return was higher. So there are correlations between these first 3 stocks here, which all have negative year-to-date daily returns. With this Kinetics Global, it's a no-load class, so it has a 0 load fee, but a much higher expense ratio fee, and the turnover rate is absolutely ridiculously high with 169%. But once again, the year-to-date daily return is very low at negative 20.14%. The Fidelity Worldwide Fund is a world large stock, and it has an expense ratio lower of 0.81. Once again, it's a no load fee fund with a very high turnover rate of 122. And finally, we have a positive year-to-date daily return percentage here of 0.34%. Here we have the Wells Fargo, which is a world small and mid stock, and it is another load fee. It has a higher expense rate, but the turnover rate kind of dropped back down, and once again we're in the negative year-to-date daily returns. The expense ratio says how the company handles its debt. It is the annual fee that expresses the percentage of assets deducted from each fiscal year. A load fee is a sales charge or commission charged to an investor who buys or redeems shares in a mutual fund. A large number of mutual funds carry such sales charge or load fees, but these ones that don't, they tend to have lower expense ratios. The turnover percentage can be used to determine the extent to which a mutual fund turns over its stocks and assets during the course of the year. If a fund has over 100% turnover rate, then the fund replaces all of its holdings over a 12-month period. So right here, the Kinetics Global Load class, the Fidelity Worldwide, and also the Harvard Global Leaders Fund. In my opinion, this Harvard Global Leader, it has an unbelievable year-to-date daily return percentage, a very high turnover rate fee, and it is a non-load fee. There's no charge. The year-to-date daily return is simply the amount of profit generated by an investment since the beginning of a current calendar year.